Welcome to Ultimate Report. I'm Mary Winkenwerder. Expression through song has long been a form of entertainment for ages. When the song is a tool of value, it becomes the center stone for great attention. Joining us this episode is Andra Liemandt from The Misses to tell us more about their new song, Enough. Andra, welcome to Ultimate Report.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's great to have you join us. How exciting. So music is a personal vehicle of expression for each person. Expressions stem from inspiration. What inspires the Misses' music? And are there many inspirations, or is there one common core inspiration?
Well, I think that our writing comes from a place of just all of our experiences where the Misses, we're moms, I run a business. Some of us are, wives. And so a lot of what we write about are personal experiences for the women that are out there, out in the trenches doing the same thing we are. So we're inspired by all of the women around us, as well as the things going on in our own life. But what makes us somewhat unique to maybe some of the other bands and other people out there is that we also are kind of paired with this mission. We really want to be out there empowering women to know that they're enough and to take on that mission with everything we do, with all our writing. It's the foundation of what we do when we write.
Wow, that's great. So when did your personal journey of music begin, and how did it come about?
Well, I have long loved music, and it's always been a part of my life in some form or fashion, whether it was through dance or, listening to it in the car or singing it, however. But my personal journey has started about when I was 35, and I convinced my best friend, Jenny Mason, to start a band with me. And through that experience, we found some amazing girls that wanted to join the band with us, that loved music just like us, but also wanted to be a part of something that spoke to a mission and spoke to women the way that we wanted to speak to them through our writing.
Wow, that's pretty profound. So who are some of your personal music industry inspirations?
Ooh, okay. So I guess if I was to think back to maybe, growing up, of course there's Madonna. I mean, she's even now, I can't wait. I have tickets to her concert coming up and I can't wait. So Madonna's just huge. Boy George Michael, some of those from when I was young, on up through the years to Motley Crue, Def Leppard. I have kind of an eclectic view. But then if you look at now today, even through these amazing women who've kind of come before, and done some really cool, rocking the industry, Joan Jett, Pink, Kelly Clarkson, some of these powerful women out there really doing it. I've enjoyed letting those influences help me through my music and writing. And even stuff like, I was listening the other day to Phoebe Ryan, and she has a song called Mine, and I just thought it was really, really interesting. And I love some of the flavors and how we could kind of pull in some of that with our writing. But Taylor Swift, I have to say, because I have two daughters, I just love what she's putting out there for my kids to listen to. So, even for me as writing my own stuff for women like us, I love what she's putting out there. So I kind of have a whole bunch of eclectic view of where I pull from.
That's pretty powerful. That's a great mix. So let's talk about your recent project, Enough. This sends a powerful message to listeners. My first question is, what inspired the band to create this song?
Well, I think that stemming way back when, I think I've always kind of had this sense that feeling like you're not enough is just kind of everywhere. From my friends feeling like they were letting people down and, like apologizing all the time that I'm sorry, not sorry, that's been going on. It's always been around. But really, I think that our message of enough didn't hit home with me in writing that song until it really happened and affected me in my own personal life. And that song was really spawned from a day I had, which isn't that different from some other days I have. But this one particular day was a day where I felt like nothing could go right. I pretty much, from the minute I was taking my kids to school, till, you know, the day till I got home, everything in between, letting the band down. My husband and I just weren't syncing up. You name it, it was happening. And that night I was tucking my daughter in bed, and, you know, she looked up at me and she said, "Mom, you're the best mom in the world." And, you know, I sat there saying to myself, probably, I don't know, oh, that's so stupid, Andra. Why can't you get it together? I had said so many things that were just awful to myself. And I'd beaten myself down so bad that day that by the time I got home, and when she said that to me, it blew me over, because I didn't even understand what that meant. The best mom in the world? How could I be that? So we were in this writing mode at the time. And I went with the band and I sat down, and we sit around a table and write together. It's actually really a beautiful process. And I sat down with them and I shared that story with them through tears, you know, and I still feel it today, because I think I have days like that anyways, you know, where you just can't get it together. And I was sharing my heart with the band, and they all opened up and shared the same kind of stories. And as we sat there, we said, you know what? I bet other women feel the same way we do. This sounds like a story we need to write, because my daughter had it right. I am the best mom in the world.
Wow. That is powerful. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
So from start to finish, how long was this song's creation process?
Well, actually didn't take long to write the song. The song itself just kind of flowed. And it was such a fun process to have after everybody kind of got engaged. So from the time we wrote the song to actually recording it, we were writing our EP at the time. That wasn't very long at all. The thing that did take a while was our music video, because we didn't want it to be one of those traditional videos. We wanted it to really kind of speak true to women out there and let them see themselves the way my daughter let me see myself for the first time, and the way the band members were feeling. And so that's when we made our Magic Mirror video. We put women in front of a mirror to let them see themselves maybe for the very first time, how people really felt about them. And it was beautiful.
That's wonderful. So when everything was in place and ready to launch the song, what was your response just looking back? And what were your thoughts about the process you just went through?
Well, so I can tell you that the response, I remember the day sitting on the stage. We launched with Kerry Washington. We launched at Blog Her. I don't know if you're familiar with Blog Her, but Blog Her is a group of women that get together, and it's a huge networking opportunity. And we were there, and we launched with Kerry Washington. We were opening for her. And I remember sitting on the stage, playing our song for the first time and playing that video and thinking, everything up until now has been so perfect. The way that the love and the care that has gone into just making the song, letting the people that were actually in the video see themselves, that if at this very moment when we play and the video goes on, if nothing happens and people for some reason don't connect to that experience that we felt, I would have felt proud of what we did and felt that it was worth it, because those people's lives we connected with their lives were changed forever. And it's a part of them. And so I felt like it was beautiful. But of course, it connected with everyone, and it's just gone on now. I mean, I think now over 5 million views on the video, and it's gone on to do some really great things, which makes me so happy for people to really be able to see themselves in a new way.
That's wonderful. So since the launch, what has been the response to Enough? Do you get people reaching out to you saying that they identify with you? Do you get naysayers? What's been the response?
Well, hands down, our message is completely universal. We get people asking us, from Girl Scouts of America to Susan G. Komen, who we're about to do something with, from every different kind of charity, connecting with it, because it is so universal. And I do believe we've actually have research out there to show this, that there is this epidemic among women that feel that they're not enough. And our whole mission with this band and with the song and with our movement is to change all of that. And that's what this is about.
So at the end of the day, what is the take-home message that you want everyone to take away with them after listening to Enough?
Well, the number one thing is I want you to know that you're enough, just the way you are every day, and that it's never too late to go out and follow your dreams.
So where can we find out more about the Mrs. Music online?
TheMrs.com, that's themrs.com.
And where can we catch up with the Mrs.'s online communities?
At the Mrs. Band. That's where you can find everything.
Wonderful. All right. Are you guys on Facebook?
Yes.
And Instagram?
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Super. All right. Well, Andra, thanks so much for joining us. It's been great visiting with you, learning more about the process of your song and how it's touched the lives profoundly. So many women everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Catch up with me on my blog, www.beautybeautereport.com, on Twitter at BeautyPublicist, and of course on YouTube, Ultimate Report. Everyone, thanks so much for joining us on Ultimate Report. Have a beautiful and successful week. Mwah.